Good morning, it's a pleasure to join you today, and thank you to RenewableUK for organising this fantastic event. The story of UK offshore wind is a story of success. Thanks to many of the businesses in this room and government policy, prices have fallen by 2/3 in less than 5 years. And we've grown the largest offshore wind sector in the world, creating entirely new industrial hubs and good green jobs, which is helping us to realise our ambitions to phase out coal by the end of 2024 and reach net zero by 2050. The benefits of offshore wind are by no means confined to the UK. Around the world, prices have tumbled, and offshore wind is growing year on year, helping ultimately to drive the move to clean energy, which is absolutely essential in the fight against climate change. In 2015, the countries of the world signed the Paris Agreement and committed to limit the rise in global temperatures to well below 2 degrees, aiming for 1.5 degrees, because the science says that will avoid the worst effects of climate change. Keeping that 1.5 degree limit alive, as we are determined to do at COP26, requires us to halve global emissions by 2030. And action on power, which accounts for almost a quarter of global emissions, is vital. So the UK COP26 presidency is working to accelerate the transition to clean power around the world, to make COP26 the moment that we consign coal power to history. And so we're urging financial institutions to phase out coal and governments to put an end to coal power at home and to stop financing it overseas. And I'm pleased to say that under the UK presidency, every G7 nation is now committed to end international coal financing and to move to overwhelmingly decarbonised power systems in the 2030s. Critically, the UK COP26 presidency is also building up collaboration. Because by collaborating across borders and across society, we can make progress faster by increasing incentives for investment, innovating faster, and creating economies of scale. So we're urging governments and companies to join the Powering Past Coal Alliance to accelerate the transition away from coal, alongside the likes of Ørsted and EDF. And we've established new forums for collaboration, such as the COP26 Energy Transition Council, to support a just transition to clean power. I know the Global Wind Energy Coalition is offering support and advice on addressing regulatory barriers and also establishing market and policy frameworks. And the UK is happy to share its experience with international partners. And I urge governments to take up these offers and to consider how they can unlock the potential of offshore wind to decarbonise their power supplies and ultimately create good green jobs. And I urge all companies here today to support our wider COP26 efforts to put the world on a path to driving down emissions until they reach net zero by the middle of the century, to keep 1.5 degrees alive. You can do this by joining the United Nations Race to Zero campaign, which Nigel will speak about shortly, alongside the likes of Iberdrola, National Grid and SSE. And by driving action across your supply chains, encouraging your suppliers to commit to net zero, and working with them to reduce emissions. In short, use your purchasing power to drive change across the global economy, just as you're using your inventiveness and acumen to drive the clean energy transition across the world. Together, let's make COP26 the moment that we accelerate the clean energy transition and play our part in keeping 1.5 degrees alive. Thank you.